hard matchup from Boom, but they definitely have the draft for it from Xctn's end of things. They've just got to kind of weather the storm that is going to be Boom Esports. He did bring a salve out with him. He knows it's still going to be a very challenging lane. But this is not what you want as an Ember Spirit. You need to dominate the lane up against the TA. That's the whole point of the pick.
It's just not lining up. Mikado is just getting the spacing out, and this is something with the Ember TA matchup. It's not a guarantee because of the burn, although up top.
Yeah, Dreamer Soul, he got a nice blood right off, but he's falling low. BDZ with the lift up. Dreamer Soul getting low and does go down. And that'll be your first blood going to Raging Potato. Now rolling back in onto Xctn. And looks like Xctn is going to be safe. It's a bit of a hard game for the supports of Xctn, because it's like, do I help bot lane? Do I help mid lane? Well, it looks like they are going to rotate in Ken now on the Ember, and they might try onto FBZ and hide. In fact, make it a fourth hero coming in now. Raging will TP in, straight onto FBZ, and they will be able to clean up one kill. But that does cost you 4 heroes. Hyde will be there to just clear out the creep wave and keep that tower a little bit safer. Looks like they are going to finally rotate more heroes in as Palos is coming, but mid lane, Raging to make a jump onto Makoto, but it's really not going to be enough just like that. Makoto now going to refract and turn back around, and Raging, he's going to cop a lot of damage with the Roar to come out from FBZ. And that was wishful thinking, to go for that kill without Ken on the Ember.
They get punished, but Ken is getting some time to catch up. You are seeing the gap here between the TA Ember though. Like, Mikado's farm is 5.2. Top of net worth, Ken, 3.6. He's not the priority, although...
He's being chased down to the bot lane. Ken is going to show up with the chains now. Dreamer Soul needs some help. This TP's coming in, but he is getting very, very low in terms of HP. Has the Rupture, not going to throw it out. Well, actually will in the end. Xctn with a swap out won't be enough to save their Bloodseeker. And now Xctn also going to go down here, as Ken will be able to pick up a double kill.
You have to note though that I think we've seen this kind of play with the Bloodseeker. The Bloodseeker takes a backseat, so it's not actually your pause one. The TA will be an up top.
Palos, he has the Chrono, but doesn't throw it. Now does to just try and walk away. FBZ is going to walk around, have a Roar. Now the Blood Rights are coming, and Palos is going to die to Dreamer Soul. And I thought with that kill on Dreamer Soul just 30 seconds ago, it was a big deal for the side of Xctn. Still 2k behind for Xctn. But they are slowly getting those core items up now. That will give them a chance to fight back.
Yeah, they've got the Mask of Madness under Void. They've got a Blade Mail on Raging, and...
Raging does kick him back. Ken going to come in, but a nice swap out from Xctn. Magnetize going to be popped, but FBZ does get the Roar off, and Makoto does not care for the Blade Mail of Raging Potato. So he does have the refraction. The FBZ just TPing out nicely in time. Top lane, Palos. He trying to go onto Makoto. Makoto does get the bounty and turns back around, but Palos will Chrono. Now the Rupture Blood Right, Palos! Yeah, you've got to be careful about that. He still had refraction up. Ken, Cookie is out from our Snapfire, but now great Magnetize from Raging. Good swap out onto Dreamer Soul, and Dreamer Soul's going to make a run for it. Hyde also trying to get out, but Raging does get him with the Magnetize, but now Makoto turning back around into that Earth Spirit, but he's taking too much damage. Xctn will die. Now FBZ in with the Roar, but they have lost Makoto, and it is a bit of a mess. But it seems though Xctn are coming out on top as Raging does come back in. FBZ still trying to turn back around onto the Earth Spirit. We'll be able to eventually get him, but Palos now going to come back in, and RR is able to pick off FBZ.
Have to be wary of that. The more kills you give away, the more chances Xctn has to get a snowball back.
Certainly. Kodo chained up mid lane. Raging is going to roll in. It's one of those things with the Earth Spirit, John. Once you start rolling, you can't stop. You've got to make your choice carefully. Unfortunately for Raging, he did not. Now into the mid lane. Xctn going to rotate around onto BDZ with the swap out. FBZ with the Roar. They just want this Rubik dead, and they might just get that. In fact, make it Ken as well. He tries to Remnant, but the fire is following, and Makoto will have the damage to take him out with the TA into the mid lane. They will very, very easily get that tier 1 mid tower.
could
Can he
make
fight,
a
though?
play here.
It just looks tough when you don't know where the Venge is, and well, now the Aegis is gone anyway, so he won't have the opportunity to try and get that Chrono fight going.
Yeah, it's just the objective game. You got to play around those towers. Doesn't matter if you don't find kills. Shut down the map. They might find someone though.
Oh, Raw is out onto the Rubik. Still BDZ going to try and fight back, but can't. He does go down. Now Dreamer Cell with the Rupture out onto Raging. He just can't do much but die. And in fact, the Rupture wasn't even Raging. It was on RR. He gets melted by the Melt Strike of Makoto. This is that point, John. This is the storm we were talking about during the draft phase. It's a roughie.
And Dreamercell's been much more active on the map. He's been running around, setting up these kills. Not a good sign for Xctn. You're also lagging behind in levels for Pablo.
Makoto, they're trying to chain him up. They'll get the lift with BDZ, but Makoto's still just going to be able to get out of there with the cookie. And now, Raging, he's on the front lines again with that Blade Mail, but it does nothing. Makoto, he just doesn't care. Still has the Aegis. Still has the 10-second BKB charge. It does combat the Bloodseeker nicely, but seems like Dreamer Soul really isn't the issue here. It does seem to be all Makoto. So they do roam in now. Onto RR, and RR once again, he's getting mauled by Makoto. Not even close. Palos gonna get ruptured, tries to time walk out of there. They still have a bit of vision. Swap, Chrono is gonna be out. Onto Palos, who'll try to fight back, but look at the damage he's taking. Oh, Palos, you can't run like that, sir. Not with Rupture. And they found another. It'll be the tier 1 tower. BDZ at least gets Xctn. So you get one support pick off.
Yeah, he does lose the Aegis. It does expire. So have to be cautious. You don't have that second life into TA, but you do get a Crystal Ascent.
FBZ, he got that roar off. And with the cookie, it's going to be enough. Ken, you play with fire, you're going to get burnt. He learns the hard way.
Ooh.
BDZ now just getting destroyed. Raging, trying to roll out of there. He cannot. Makoto, it's going to be back towards that tier 2 top tower. And they're trying to get a safe place to farm for Palos. They'll steal a double stack of Ancients, which is nice. But you go to that top lane where, boom, they've smoked up. They want to start forcing it in. Ken's going to be careful because he'll get swapped out like that. And the Roar might come in from FBZ, and does. With the swap back, do they focus him down? Not quite. Ken's being left alone. They didn't seem to know that everyone was down at the bot lane from Execration. So they didn't take the fight, and Ken survives for really no reason. Raging is still rolling in, but I think he's overestimating how strong he is right now, because he's really not that strong, and he will get taken out by Makoto. Now they can go back in. Dreamer Soul, he pops the Rupture onto Palos, who's trying to time walk out, but it's raining fire, and Palos is going to go down without committing the Chrono. Now Dreamer Soul back onto RR. BDZ there with the lift, but Makoto going to clean him up, and BDZ, he's going to run. Raging rolls back in. Palos, he is not buying back on the Void, so they really can't fight back like this. And Ken, that is not the Remnant, sir. That is not the Remnant. That's a triple.
Ooh.
Makoto, not done. He's going to go for an Ultra now. And there's your buyback. We might just see a Rampage out. Palos, he's going to go for the Chrono, but this could be dangerous. As Makoto, no, he will die. So they do successfully defend this high ground. It costs them a hell of a lot.
There is a Roche though, and Boom could easily just work their way to it. Now, Execration isn't too bad in the Roche pit. They just need to wait for the next Chrono, but it's a fairly long cooldown, and
yeah, he went to farm the triangle, but he's going to get roared up with the Rupture. They just leave him. Let the Necro units do it.
Just like that, like a dieback. Out of nowhere now, everyone else more than likely going Boom's way. Execration, all they can do is play it safe, keep their high ground safe. They have fairly good high ground. They just need their Void to be up. They actually leave the cheese for whatever reason. Yeah, it's with a board.
I don't go grab it.
If they want to go for that defense play, you know Boom is just going to constantly try to shove it in. Have to be very cautious. Xctn has been on point with the swaps. You need to ensure that the bench is not going to be a major factor when you throw the Chrono out.
Raging. half his health. Makoto gonna go in and try to get him, but doesn't quite. Now the Raw out onto Ken with the Mortimer's Kisses to come in. Dreamer Cell will rush in after the Ember and does get the kill, but he'll buy back. They're onto Xctn. Palos, Chrono, gonna catch two. Makoto is there, just wrapping around onto Ken. Palos will continue moving forward, but he's gonna get just destroyed by Makoto. He disappears into the mid-tier 3 tower, but there's the GG call. They know they can't come back. And Boom Esports, 31 minutes in, will take a very convincing game number 1.
Yeah, absolutely clean game from them. Making out all their lanes worked really well. Execration, they looked for a faster start. Palos took a lot of time. Ken's matchup as well wasn't favorable. Just lost it out, despite having to wait to burn through Refraction. Void Spirit comes out. So it's more straightforward. It's going to be the Raging Blood off. You've got a lot of early game here for Execration's draft. It's fixing the issues from game 1. Fairly even. Going to have to see how the supports help out in that lane, so look for that to happen. We've both got bottles up. Both going to need a refill in the next minute, so I look at Hyde. Of course, he's at level 2 on the Chen. He could make a walk down. He's still holding on to the range creep, though.
Oh, Raging. Yeah, he got taken out. He was just very far forward, and, well, the task Xctn does sort him out. However, mid lane, they do get Makoto. It's going to be alright, though, Makoto. He's going to be able to avoid the gank this time, but BDZ, doing great work here, is going to be able to secure a DD rune now for Ken. Xctn is going to try and rush for it, and, oh, he's actually going to get it. BDZ probably shouldn't have left that area. Now Ken, he's going to cop the tag team from Xctn. He's trying to juke them out, but they have the shards there. Oh, BDZ. I literally just said he was doing a great job too, John. She's dealing over 400 damage every time she uses it if she is close range. It's a lot.
It's pretty ridiculous, and that's really just why you have that early presence. With a snap, now you've got level 6 running, so there's an opportunity for Ken.
Going in again, Makoto is in trouble, and Cookie out, but should not make it this time, Ken. No, he has no more steps left. So he does make it out. Meanwhile, however, Palos does kill off FBZ. And Xctn apparently gets BDZ.
Yeah, just a back and forth for both teams. Execration, though, are pretty happy because they're finding kills in their cores a lot more often.
There's going to reach a point throughout the mid-game where you could just start snowballing, and Dreamer Cell still probably won't be ready to fight back. Mid lane, your Blood Right, your Rupture, that'll be FBZ dying, still at level 5 on the Sand King. And, well, Mortimer's Kisses out for Raging Potato. They should be able to get the Bloodseeker kill, and they do. A nice little consolation prize, but man, that tier 1 tower is taking a lot of damage here from Ken. The mid lane, Ken gonna make the jump back onto Makoto, who's having a very rough time now on the Snapfire. Ken feeling confident on this Void. And bot lane, it's gonna be a very big group up here from Execration as BDZ. Not really gonna connect with the roll, but still has the Boulder Smash. Hyde has no brown boots anyway, so he doesn't really need it. And now Ken gonna jump in, but boom, they rotate everyone down. They want the big team fight, so BDZ, he'll get bursted, but now Execration, are they gonna back off? They have Dreamer Soul ruptured, they do kill off Hyde. Now it is on to the do-some at FBZ with the Epicenter and the Burrow. Out onto Ken, isn't really gonna land that well. Looks like Boom will stand their ground. There are all 8 heroes right now down to that bot lane. On to the Tusk, into the tier 1 tower. And that'll be Xctn going down. And now Execration going to go for a bit more. Get the rift onto FBZ, but a nice Burrow strike out with the Mortimer's Kisses. Palos, he's getting low and does die. In fact, Makoto does set up for 3 hero kills with those Mortimer's Kisses. You cannot underestimate how much damage those do. BDZ going to be around on the Earth Spirit. Still wanting to initiate here, FBZ. He's going to run in for the Burrow, but the Cookie is there with the shards, blocking and Raging. Now an Epi to come out. They just want to make sure he just dies. And they do. That's going to open up more time to go after that tier 1 mid tower. They are. There's just no reason to back off. They have a consistent number advantage. Shards. Going to give vision for Xctn, but won't really lock anyone in. Meanwhile, Hyde may have overstayed his welcome here as they are starting to jump in now on the Chen, and he is going to go down. He'll have to run his creeps out of there, but a couple of them are going to get taken out.
Boom has not been punished too much for this greedy draft. That Manta style for Dreamocell, it's just about done. 100 gold off, so he's gonna have ways to purge off silence, and that makes it harder to control that Medusa.
Palos, oh, he's stuck in the shards. He can't turn around looking at Medusa, and he's gonna die. Xctn, great shard placement, and now they'll get Ken as well. And the tier 1 tower, well, it does die eventually, but at what cost? You just lost your POS 1 and 2, and your own mid 1 tower. BDZ, he'll run away.
Just trying to pump up the physical damage after that Yules and maybe get the right clicks going. Raging for his part is still working on a pipe. Not having those items up does hurt. You need that durability here.
Kodo, ruptured up mid. He does have help around him. They are not going to be able to finish him off. Snowball in. Xctn with the Walrus Punch now. BDZ needs to run but can't. FBZ out with the Burrow Strike in time. On to Palos. There's your Blood Ride. They're going to try and turn this one around. And BZ Silence does die. Now Ken coming in, but there's that Gobble Up onto Dreamocell with the Stone Gaze in. And Palos, he's a bit of a sitting duck right now. He'll make a run for it with the Rift, but the cookie is going to be on target from Makoto. And Palos is gone. Ken, however, with a 3-man Inkwell stun, but it is just not going to be enough. In fact, they're going to chase him down now. BDZ going to roll back in, but does not connect with the roll. That might just be his death. And it will be. Dreamocell just hitting way too hard. And another Gobble Up on the Medusa into RR. And that is some next level strategy here from Boom. You just toss him, gobble him up and just toss him into the middle of them, John, and pop a Stone Gaze. However, could be a bit of a team fight to break out as Raging was scouting. Doesn't really want to walk up that staircase right now as Hyde is waiting with a lot of creeps. They do have vision, but maybe not. Burrow Strike in from FBZ. Mortimer's Kisses to fly out. They do cancel those kisses, and they are going to try and focus down Makoto, and they do get him. But here comes Dreamocell from the backlines. A great Burrow Strike in, but it looks really bad now for Execration as they are surrounded. Palos is trying to run, but he can't make it out. He'll get an Ink Swab, but Dreamocell will kill him off before he can even get it popped. And Xctn, he's keeping tabs onto Ken, but they'll just leave him. No way to close the gap. There goes the Courier. Of course, the Medusa split shot does not care where the Courier is. Just get it. They know the Roshan's happening. Can they make the play? It's going to be a nice Blood Right. That'll delay things. Raging, gotta be careful, but Ken gonna jump in now with an Inkswell straight onto the Tusk, but a great Gobble Up stunning him up. He can't finish Xctn. He'll get the Snowball in time. Back onto BDZ with the Walrus Punch of BDZ, still trying but can't kill him. Xctn will survive. Now Palos, he's in the middle of this Medusa, trying to take down Dreamocell. They're getting rid of a lot of mana here on Dreamocell. He still can't Stone Gaze, but he will finally get it off with the Epicenter and Burrow Strike out from FBZ. It'll save the day for Boom. So close yet so far for Execration. And Boom Esports may just go back into the Roshan pit now.
Of easy initiation for you.
It uses the same range as the kisses. It's only fair, right? I mean, Dreamocell, if he can just hit it like that, he will. Gotta make the jump sometime if you're Execration. You can't just let him do that.
Look at FBZ though. Palos.
Oh, bot lane. They got Palos. He's all alone with no tower nearby. They are not going to be able to make it in time to help him. Or maybe they can? No, probably not. Makoto should have the damage and does. And now mid lane, Dreamocell is probably going to get back to business. Back to that tier 3 tower. Xctn, meanwhile, will go after RR on the Grim. Roll in from BDZ with Raging there. They'll have a Snowball out, and Xctn going to blink away. Now Hyde to come in. And the Gobble Up is there from FBZ. On to 2 with the Burrow Strike and the Mortimer's Kisses. It's just perfect play. And apparently mid-snap is good. Good knife, Scardy. Butterfly coming out soon. He's just so confident.
Yeah.
Win probability, I mean, it's at 99%, John.
Oh, yeah. I agree. You know, it's way up there. Still BDZ.
I don't know about that roll in. They kick him away with the Rupture. Again, he does have the Aegis, and BDZ is going to die. They're going to try, but there's your Gobble Up once again coming in. They get a nice Soulbind, and Ken, he's doing some decent damage, but it's not enough. The Hand of God comes out, the Burrow Strikes there from FBZ, and they are getting chipped down by Dreamer Cell, who still has the Aegis with no mana pool, but just doesn't care. Ken trying to run. He does not have any more Astral Step, and that is going to be it for him. Now Raging being snowballed up, but they aren't going to dive too far. Instead, back into the mid-racks, they'll clean it up.
An Execration, now they're going to have to fight into that Epi, into the Butterfly you mentioned, into the Stone Gaze. It's a lot, nope.
Gobble Up into the Bloodseeker. And Raging's gone. It's, he buys back, he's going to try. This is the last team fight for sure for Execration.
They've got to stop. I mean, if they don't fight, then the push is not going to stop.
Not only that, John, but they just bought back. Rupture, Raging. Okay, it's one Rupture. Dreamer Soul, he's just going to stand his ground. BDZ is going to melt. And now the Stone Gaze onto Palos, onto RR. They just can't fight back. The Mortimer's Kisses are going to fly in now from Makoto, and that's GG. They know they've lost. It's just a dominant draft from Boom, and John, it turns out they still know how to run the Medusa drafts.
I mean, Boom was the one team to make that look good last time. They make it work again. Mikoto Snap apparently is also a thing, so I think Snap mid is now most definitely on the table, Mike. 3 teams have